Let's start now. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kuru Me Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada Saraswati Namastubhyam Varade Kamarupini Vidyarambham Karishyami Siddhir Me Sada Gurave Sarvalokanam Vishaje Bhavaroginam Nidhaye Sarvavidyanam Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavadyaptadehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha Shrutismritipurananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sakshat Kritam Dayanandam Paramartha Swarupinam Tattvajnana Prashastaram Pranatosmi Param Padam Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai Om Shanta Shanta Shantihi Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Gratitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamritavarshiniim Bhagavatim Ashtadashaadhyayiniim Ambatvāmanusandadhāmi Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshiniim Mūkam karoti vācālam Pangum langhayate kirim Yatkrupatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayamudiraye. The last class, we concluded the topic of Sankhya Yoga. That is the name of the second chapter, Sankhya Yoga. So at the end, we chanted this line. This line is not the original part of the Gita, maybe added later. Every chapter will have this line, the same format, only the name of the chapter will change. So it could be that this chapter had been titled by some Acharya, somebody in the tradition, possible. The format is same. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Sambhade. First chapter was Arjuna Vishada Yoga. Now it is Sankhya Yoga. Next chapter going to be Karma Yoga. So Karma Yoga Nama. Then the name of the number of the chapter. Pratama, Dvitiya, Tritiya. So Dvitiyaha Adhyayaha. So it begins with Om Tat Sat. Om. Om is the name of Brahma, Bhagavan. It's the name of Bhagavan. Om Bhagavat Nama. Om, it is derived grammatically also. Avati Rakshati iti Om. Avati means Avdhatu, Rakshane, the one who protects, that which protects everyone. Avati Rakshati. Rakshati, that sustains, that preserves. So Avati Rakshati iti Om. So Akara, Ukara, Akara, the combination of the three sounds. Akara, the first letter, that is, the sound is produced by opening your mouth, produced from the kanta, from the throat, opening your mouth. Then rounding your mouth, you say oo. Then closing your mouth, akara. So opening akara, closing akara. And between there is a rounding your mouth, that is ukara. So akara, ukara, makara. Akara plus ukara, we know guna sandhi will happen, a plus su, therefore o. And makara at the end, the closing, that is with that your articulation, your pronunciation, your speech stops, makara. So opening and closing. Opening your mouth, closing your mouth. All the words are contained within that. All the words. All the words mean the words referring to the objects. The objects are nothing but words. Just nama matram. Nama, the words alone. Objects are nama, nama rupa. Objects are identified or recognized with the name. It has got a nama and it has got a form. So the word and the meaning. So all the words are included in the opening and the closing of the mouth. The words indicating the objects. So therefore, all the objects being nama rupa are being nitya. Therefore, it is Bhagavan alone. Therefore, Om is Bhagavan. It includes everything. Bhagavan is who is everything. Who is everything in the form of this Jagat. So that which you indicate by any word, that word is Bhagavan alone, which involves opening up your mouth and closing your mouth. All the words are contained in the opening and the closing of your mouth. They are all the words, and the words indicate the object, and the object, the reality of those objects is Brahma alone, Bhagavan alone. So therefore, Om means Bhagavan, Brahma, Bhagavan alone, and therefore Tat Sat. Tat Sat is Satyam. Bhagavan alone is Satyam. Everything else is Mithya. So Tat, that, the Lord is Sat. Brahma, Tat Brahma, Sat. That Brahma is Satyam. Everything else is Mithya. Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya. So Brahma alone is Sat. Bhagavan alone is real. Everything is Bhagavan. That alone is real. Everything, when we say the Nama Rupa Prapancha is Mithya, the name and forms, they are Mithya. They do not exist apart from Bhagavan. So everything, these Nama Rupa are like the dress, or like the ornaments worn by Bhagavan. So it doesn't exist apart from Bhagavan. Doesn't have value. It doesn't have any weightage, doesn't have any substance apart from Bhagavan. Therefore, it is Mithya. So Namarupatmaka, this Jagat doesn't have its substance, doesn't have its reality. Like the bangle and the gold. Like the bangle is gold. It's a golden bangle. The material of bangle is gold. But we call by the name bangle because of its name and form. It has got a form. It's got a round form. So you can call it by a name, bangle. If you wear the gold on your neck, it is called a necklace. Necklace is a name given to the form of the gold. So necklace is gold, bangle is gold. Take away the gold. Give me the gold, you keep the ornament. Or you let me keep the ornament, you have the gold. How can you separate it? Minus gold, necklace doesn't exist. Minus gold, the bangle doesn't exist. So what you say necklace or bangle is nothing but gold alone. It doesn't exist apart from gold. So gold is satyam. Bangle and necklace are mithya. They are just a nama rupa, the word and the meaning. So therefore, that's why we say Jagatah Pitara Vande, Jagatah Pitara Vande, Parvati Parameshwara. Vagartha Viva Samprukto. Vak and Artha, the word and its meaning, how they are connected in the Raghuamsha, in the Kalidasa says, Vagartha Viva Samprukto, this Vak and Artha, how they are entwined. Like that is Parvati and Parameshwara. Parvati and Parameshwara, they are the Jagatah Pitaro. They are the Pitaro, the parent of this Jagat. So it means the Jagat is nothing but Namarupa. Namarupa and Namarupa, Bhagavan alone appears in the form of various Namarupa. Jagatah Pitaro Vande, Parvati Parameshwara. And the reality of that is Brahma, Ishvara alone. So this Jagat consisting of Nama Rupa doesn't exist apart from Bhagavan. Therefore, the Brahma is Satyam. Jagat is Mithya. Mithya means not that doesn't exist. It exists not independently. It exists. It has got dependent existence. That is what Mithya is. Mithya means not that which doesn't exist, but it appears. No, it has got existence. Vyavaharika Satta, Prativadika Satta is there, but doesn't exist on its own. It has Brahma as its Adhara Adhisthana. Therefore, Brahma is Om Tat Sat. So, Bhagavad Gita Su, Upanishadsu. Bhagavad Gita as a status of Upanishad, because the Tatparyam, the subject matter of the Gita is same as that of the Upanishad. So, therefore, Bhagavad Gita Su, Upanishadsu. Bhagavad Gita as a status of the Shruti, that is like Gita. Otherwise, it would have been Gitam. It has a status of Upanishad, that is Shastram Vedanta, therefore Gita Upanishad. And what is that Bhagavad Gita teaches? The teaching is same as that of the Upanishad. Therefore, Brahma Vidyaya, Yoga Shastra, that is Karma Yoga. It teaches Jnanam and Karma. Jnanam and Karma, not two separate means for gaining moksha. Yoga Shastra, that Karma Yoga for Jnana Yogyata Prapti, Jnanena Mokshaha. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita teaches both. Bhagavad Gita teaches both. It is a Yoga Shastra. It is a Yoga Shastra, means Yoga Shastra is Karma Yoga. Karma Yogena Jnana Yogyata Prapti. One gets fit, one gets qualified to the pursuit of Jnanam. Jnanam is Vidya, Brahma Vidya. And Brahma Vidyaya, Mokshaha, Kevalat, Jnanat Moksha, Visa, just now. So Moksha. Therefore, Bhagavad Gita is Moksha Shastra, which present the means for gaining moksha by teaching Brahma Vidya for sannyasis, for Sankhyas, and Yoga Shastra for Karma Yogis. So those who are leading the lifestyle of Karma Yoga, that is those who lead lifestyle other than sannyasa ashrama, for them, karma yoga is prescribed as a means for gaining the qualification for the pursuit of jnanam. And sannyasis, they are leading that lifestyle, they are qualified for the jnana yoga lifestyle. For them, this vidya, brahma vidya. So two different lifestyles, and therefore the two teachings are there, but teaching is meant for moksha alone. Moksha is the goal. We have to start from where we are. And the speciality of Bhagavad Gita is it teaches karma yoga. It teaches karma yoga very elaborately. Very elaborately it teaches. So therefore, this is Yoga Shastra, and that is in the form of a dialogue. Dialogue is Vada, Sambhada. Sambhada is a dialogue. Vada means discussion. The discussion here, it's not a discussion between the two people just as a casual discussion. It is a dialogue between the Guru, that is Krishna, and the Shishya, the Arjuna. And the dialogue is in the form of imparting the knowledge from the teacher, flow of knowledge from the teacher to the disciple. Vada will be there between the two people who are equal. Sambhada requires two people are there, but one person having the knowledge, he is a giver, another person is the receiver. Then only Sambhada. Otherwise, it leads to problem. It will lead to Vada, Jalpa. Jalpa is fanaticism. Vitanda Vada we say. Vitanda Vada is that's deliberately saying something against what the other person says. This will happen when there is no equality between the person. This can happen Jalpa Vada. But here is a Sambhada. Sambhada indicates there is a knowledge transfer from the Guru and the Shishya. So there is a level is there. The giver is there, receiver is there. So the giver, out of compassion, he gives to the receiver, the Shishya. So therefore, Samvada. And the chapter is Sankhya Yoga. Sankhya Yoga is, Sankhya means Jnana. Sankhya Yoga Nama Dvitiyo Ityaya. That is the second chapter. With that, second chapter is concluded. Now we will enter the third chapter. Before that, the quick summary of the second chapter. Very brief summary. Second chapter is the essence of the whole Gita. With second chapter itself, Gita teaching is over, completed. You can say Purnamada and conclude. All the other chapters, the following chapters are going to be the elaboration on the second chapter. The second chapter, what was discussed, what was taught by Bhagavan. That alone is elaborately is discussed. So what Bhagavan had taught in the second chapter, or the second chapter, we can divide into 4 parts, 4 sections. The first part of the second chapter is very important. Arjuna, who was a friend, he became a student, his disciple. How the transformation happened in Arjuna, that is covered in the first shloka up to the 10th shloka. The first shloka, where the chapter starts with the dialogue of Arjuna. Sanjaya presents the condition of Arjuna. Sanjaya, he presents the condition of Arjuna, that Arjuna is its eyes filled with tears, not knowing what to do, overpowered by dukkha, the sorrow. And to him, the Bhagavan says, get up, and uses very strong words. So through all these shlokas, that is shloka number 1 to 10, describes how the Arjuna who was a friend, became a disciple. Therefore, when he became a disciple, that is what is called Guru Upasadanam. Guru Upasadanam is approaching the teacher. He doesn't have to approach the teacher because the teacher is right in front. The transformation, what happened in Arjuna, he discovered himself to be a disciple because he understood that he needs to know a lot, and only Krishna can teach, and therefore surrendering at the feet of his friend. Now he became a guru. Krishna became a guru, friend becomes a guru. So giving the status of guru to his friend Krishna, Arjuna becomes a disciple. That is a transformation that is very beautifully seen. Important part of this chapter. That is what is called Guru Upasadana. So Karpanya dosho upagatas svavaha. He is helpless. Arjuna is helpless. And he is intelligent also. Seeking help is intelligence. Arjuna, he felt helpless and immediately asked for help from Bhagavan Krishna. That is intelligence. Therefore, Arjuna is Buddhiman, is extremely intelligent person. Understanding is helplessness, not able to solve the problem by himself. He sought Bhagavan's guidance. Therefore, that shows the intelligence. So, he became a Shishya. Shishyastegam Shadimam Tvam Prapannam iti. So, Shishyastegam Shadimam Tvam Prapannam, that Arjuna surrendered to Bhagavan and asking for Yat Shreyaha Syat Tat Nishchitam Bruti. That which is Shreyaha, which is good for me, you please teach that. So, therefore, the Arjuna, the Jigyasa for Arjuna is very clearly seen in this statements, in these lines. Therefore, only Bhagavan teaches, his teaching starts from the 11th shloka. So, up to 10th shloka is first shloka to 10th shloka. The chapter describes how Arjuna became a disciple. He turned into a disciple of Krishna. And from the 11th shloka onwards, Bhagavan Krishna's teaching. This is the starting of the Upadesha. From the 11th to the 38th shloka, starting from Ashochyananvashochastvam Pragyavadamscha Bhashase, starting from that shloka up to the 38th shloka, they form the central teaching portion of the Gita, 38th shloka. Sukadukke same kritva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasva naivam papam avapsyasi. The teaching of the Upanishad is presented. This is Vedanta. Atma, Anatma, Viveka, and all. Bhagavan talked about in this Jnanam, Jnanopadesha given. Then from the 39th shloka, different topic is taken by Bhagavan. The different topic is, that topic is required for the first part. The first part is up to 38. The second part of the teaching, the second part starting from the 39th shloka onwards, that is the preparatory means for the first part. That is Karma Yoga. So, Karma Yoga topic starts from 39th shloka up to the 53rd shloka. All these are the topic of the Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga is called Buddhi Yoga. So up to 53rd. Shruti Vipratipannate yada stasati stala samadhava chala buddhi tada yogam avapsyasi. So yoga and yoga, definition of yoga is seen in this section. What is yoga? What is the definition of yoga? Samatvam yoga uchyate. Very famous definition. Samatvam yoga uchyate. Then yoga karmasu kaushalam. So samatvam is yoga, and yoga karmasu kaushalam. Definition of yoga we can see in this section. And karma yoga is the preparatory means for moksha. How? Through jnana. So Karma yoga as a means. What means? Not as an independent means for moksha. It is a parampara karanam. It is an indirect means of moksha. Indirect means for moksha. How? By making oneself ready for the pursuit of jnana yoga. So, because we have seen karma being limited, so parichinna karmana, aparichinna brahma prapti na bhavati. So, karma is limited. And ajnanam is the problem. Ajnanam is samsara. For the removal of ajnanam, what is required? Jnana. Karma has got no role. Karma has got no role directly. Indirectly, it has got role. Indirectly, by giving the necessary preparation, qualifications for jnana. Therefore, karma yoga is required as a preparatory means. Jnanam is the only solution, is a direct means for moksha. Because samsara means ajnana. Ajnana is a problem. Due to ajnanam only, dukkam, this vishada, this samsara is for the nivritti, ajnana nivritti, what is required? Jnana. And for jnana prapti, what is required? Study of shastra. Chittasya shuddhaye karma natu vastu palabdaye. In Viveka Chudamani Bhashyakara, Bhagavad Pada says, karma is for chitta shuddhi, not for getting the vastu, Brahma prapti. So, karma yoga is also important. It is a preparatory means. It's as much important as the end. And the jnana yoga, by the study of shastram, by shravanam, mananam, and nididhyasanam, that is what is jnana yoga is. By that, moksha is attained. Moksha is attained means not going to a place. It's not attained means it is here and now, because it is Siddha Vishaya path. Because there is Ajnana is Ajnana nivritti is Jnana Prapti. Therefore, really there is no Jnana Prapti, it's Ajnana nivritti. Shastram also does the same thing. Removes only the Ajnana, doesn't produce something new. Ajnana nivritti is moksha. So that is the Karma Yoga topic up to 53rd shloka, and 54th shloka to the end of the chapter, that is 72nd shloka, which describes the characteristics of Sata Prajna as an answer to the question of Arjuna. Arjuna asked, Sata Prajna se ka bhasha samadhista se kesha. Why did he ask? Because the intention of asking that question is Arjuna wants to know the jnana palam. What is the result of gaining this jnana? The result of gaining is jnanam is you are free. You become independent. All the conditions, the conditionings are removed. You are already free only, but I don't know. I'm already free, I don't know. You are already free, that you don't know. So for that, this only jnanam is. When jnanam happens, then you are already free, you know it. Then you continue to enjoy your freedom. So, and at the end of this shloka, this jnanam, this purnatvam, which is by jnanam, is compared to a samudra. Is compared to a samudra, the ocean. Apuryamanam achala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti advati iti. So the jnani, while living, he is free, and after marana, he continues to be free. So videga avastha and jivan mukta avastha. Jivan mukta avastha, videka mukta avastha was pointed out in this last part of the chapter. And while talking about this, Bhagavan Krishna, he described Shama, Dhamma, etc. Those spiritual disciplines he pointed out. With this, second chapter is concluded. Now we are entering into the third chapter. Let us start. Atha Tritiyodhyayah
अथ तृतीयोऽध्यायः।
अर्जुन उवाच
अर्जुन उवाच
ध्यायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते
जायसि चेत् कर्मणस्ते
मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन
मता बुद्धिर्जनार्दन
तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे माम्
तत्किं कर्मणि घोरे माम्
योजयसि केशव
नियोजयसि केशव।
So the second chapter, as I tell, the topic of the Gita. It's over. Now in this, the third chapter, the Gita continues in the form of the question asked by Arjuna and the answer to the question of Arjuna in the form of presenting the topic of Karma Yoga, very important the topic. So Arjuna, he initiates the chapter by asking the question. Arjuna uvacha. It is Arjuna uvacha. Uvacha from Vachdhatu. Vachdhatu, you get the form uvacha. Kaha uvacha? Arjuna uvacha. You know Sandhi very well. Visarga is there. Visargasya lopaha bhavati. Visarga becomes sakara, becomes lopaha. So Arjuna uvacha. Because you don't see Visarga, don't think it is Arjuna is Sambodhana. It is not Sambodhana. Arjuna is the speaker, is a karta. Arjuna uvacha. Arjuna said. Uvacha. Abravit. What did he say? Jayasi chet karmanaste mata buddhihi janardana tatkim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi keshava. So here in this shloka, two words addressing Bhagavan Krishna are there. Keshava, Janardana. Hey Keshava, hey Janardana, like hey Rama, hey Rama, hey Ramo, hey Ramaha, hey Janardana, hey Keshava. Two words. The first sentence Janardana, second sentence Keshava. So hey Janardana, hey Keshava. Hey Janardana, hey Keshava. The word Keshava is it's an interesting word. Keshava has got three components. Takara is there. Then Ikara is there. Isha. Takara plus Isha. Takara plus Akara plus Isha. Takara plus Akara becomes Ka. Ka plus Isha becomes Ka plus E. You know what Sandhi is? Gunasandhi becomes Kesha. So Brahma, Vishnu and Shiva. The trinities. All the three letters represent the three. That is Keshava. So Brahma, Vishnu, Shivatmaka Rupam. That is Keshava. That is Bhagavan Krishna. Is Bhagavan Ishvara. That is Keshava. Janardana. Janardana is also interesting word. Simple meaning is Janardana is Janan Ardayati. Jana iti iti referring to the people. Jana. So, Ardayati is Mardayati. So why do Janardana Bhagavan kills the people? So here Jana is Dushta Jana, not the good people, not Sujana, Dushta Jana, Durjana, Durjanan Ardayati. Is a killer, is the finisher, he finishes. So therefore, Durjana, Durjana, Dushta Jana, Ardana. Dushta Jananam Ardana. Is he killer or is he destroyer of Dushta Jana? So Dushta Jana is Dushta, that which is Dushtam in one person, that also he destroys. What is Dushta in one person? Ajnana. So that also he destroys. So Janardana as a Sambodhana, it means he is the destroyer of the Dushta Jana. Ajnanam is Dushta means. So that he Mardana, that Ardana, that he destroys. So Janardana. Literal meaning is Janan Ardayati iti Janardana. The one who kills, destroys the people. What people? Dushta we have to supply. Dushta Jana. Similarly, Keshava iti. So ye Janardana, ye Keshava. Ye Keshava, ye Janardana. Chet. Chet is yadi, if. Chet is yadi, if. If Jayasi, if it is Jayasi is greater. Shreyasi. Jayasi is greater, superior, greater. If superior, what? Buddhihi. Buddhihi Janardana is that Buddhihi. What is Buddhihi? Is Jnanam. This Jnanam, that is Jnana Yoga, Sankhya Yoga, what Bhagavan had taught in the second chapter. Buddhihi Jayasi. If Buddhi is greater, when you say greater, it is comparative. Another thing also must be there. What is that? Karmanaha. Karmanaha is Panchami. When there is comparison, then we use Panchami. Buddhi is greater than karma. Buddhihi karmanaha jayasi chet. If Buddhi is greater than karma, that is Buddhi means jnana. If jnanam is greater than karma, it means jnana yoga is greater than karma yoga. That is what the meaning is. Jnana yoga is Sankhya yoga. The word for jnanam in the second chapter is Sankhya yoga. If Sankhya yoga, jnana yoga is greater than karma yoga, who says this? Arjuna says. Arjuna says that you say, that you means Bhagavan. Bhagavan had said in the second chapter. Therefore, te, tava, according to you. If according to you, te is tava, Shashti Vibhakti, Bhagavachana, tava. Pratipadikam, Vishmat Shabda, tavate. If according to you, jnanam is greater than karma, e Janardana, tat kim karmani ghore mam niyojayasi. Mam, that is me. Me, ghore karmani, in this ghora karma. What is that ghora karma? This is yuddha. This yuddha is a ghora karma. Bhayankara karma. In this yuddha karmani, karmani is in this action. Karmani here is what karma? Yuddha karma. Therefore, ghora yuddha. Karmani is equal to yuddha here. Or in otherwise also you can take karma is painful. It is action is dukkam because it involves effort. And the result, what you gain by the action. To retain that also it's difficult. Arjane dukkam, like the wealth. Getting the wealth is, accumulating the wealth is dukkam. Sustaining that, preserving it is also dukkam. It all involves pain. So karma means pain. And here it is yuddha karma for Arjuna. So ghora karmani is yuddha karmani. In general also any karma we can take. Any karma involves pain. And here it is ghora because it involves destruction of his own kith and kin, all people. Many innocent people, for the sake of two sets of people, they are fighting. So, Gore Karmani, Tat Kim, Kimartam. Kim is equal to Kimartam. Kimartam Mam Niyojayasi, why do you engage me? Why do you impel me? Why do you drive me? Niyojayasi, Pravartayasi. If Jnanam is greater than karma, then why do you engage me in this Ghora karma, which involves killing of people. If jnanam is greater means what? If jnanam is greater, then if sannyasa is greater. If sannyasa is greater, lifestyle of sannyasa is greater, because lifestyle of sannyasa doesn't involve any karma. You are free from karma. Lifestyle of sannyasa is it seems to be simple, but it is not really simple. Outwardly, it seems to be simple. Having a Diksha Patra, going from house to house, begging and sustaining and whatever gets, he lives happily, but it is not easy. It's difficult unless the person is a prepared one. Because he lives freely, therefore, we think it is easy. That is not easy. That is not easy. That is the person has attained that stage, that pakvata. That's attained that stage. So it is not easy for a apakvata. The person who is not prepared, not mature, for that person it is not easy. Because he is comparing himself with that person. This person does lot of karma action and suffers in samsara, therefore comparing, and out of jealousy, maybe out of jealousy, says that person is very enjoys a life, not having anything, but still he enjoys. He is happy all the time. I struggle to be happy, but he is happy all the time because that Swarupa Ananda, that Swarupa Shanti enjoys. Therefore, that is not because of gaining anything, that because of knowing. That is what the lifestyle is, sannyasa. So, if that is greater than karma, then why do you engage me in this ghora karma? You should ask me to take sannyasa. You should recommend me to take sannyasa, go to Rishikesh, get a ticket directly from Kurukshetra to Rishikesh, very near. Why do you engage me in this karma? Because in Karma Yoga, in the previous chapter, Bhagavan Krishna says, Tasmat Yuddhaya Yuddhaya Tasmat Yudhyasva. Tasmat Yudhyasva iti Bhagavan, he asked Arjuna to fight. Yuddhaya Krita Nischatya. Krita. So, Tasmat Yudhyasva iti. In fact, he said in Lotlakara, you fight iti. So, why do you engage me in this Gora Karma? Because Bhagavan had taught both Jnanam and Karma. Both he had taught. So Jnana Yoga lifestyle seems to be greater because it doesn't involve any pain, no pain, therefore no dukkha. And karma involves effort and pain is there. And that is Jnanam is greater, Jnana Yoga lifestyle is greater. So why don't you ask me to take up the lifestyle of Jnana Yoga? Why do you engage me in this Ghora Karma? So that is what the question of Arjuna is. When knowledge, buddhihi, jnanam is greater than action. If jnanam is greater than action, why do you engage me in this ghora karma, terrible action? Why should I choose the karma, the path of karma, which is relatively inferior to jnanam? Jnanam means the lifestyle of jnanam. That is sannyasa lifestyle. Karma is living in the world, doing karma and enjoying the karma pala, and doing karma as a sadhaka, doing karma with the spirit of karma yoga, that Ishvara buddhya, Ishvara arpana buddhya, Ishvara arpana buddhya, karma kartavyam, and whatever comes as a prasada, whatever comes as a result, that should be accepted as a prasada. So you have to do karma. So that is difficult, and jnanam seems to be simpler. Therefore, Arjuna thinks, this is the thinking of Arjuna. Therefore, he is asking this question. Why did you suggest me karma? Why don't you suggest me jnana? That is the question. Because jnanam, Bhagavan presented in the beginning, and at the end also he presented in the previous chapter, Siddha Prajna Lakshanam. So I want to get the status of Siddha Prajna directly. Why don't you suggest me? I want to become a teacher directly, becoming a student. Should I become a student or should I become a teacher? Why can't I become a student directly? That is what Arjuna asked. Why can't I become a teacher directly instead of becoming a student? Doing all the Sushrusha, Guru Seva, Ashma Seva. Why can't I directly get to the status of being a teacher? First, you have to be a disciple to become a teacher. First, be a servant and then a master. So, that is how it is. So, therefore, the question of Arjuna is with regard to this comparing the two, as though the two are available, as though the two, there's a choice between the two, as though there's a choice between the two. There is no choice. There is no choice between the two. Bhagavan did not give choice. You do karma or do jnana. No. Bhagavan says, if you are qualified doesn't mean that is not also not a comparison. Qualified also not a comparison. People are in different stages of life. So one has to move on from where one is. So therefore, from where you are, you move. If you have already attained pakvata, you've already attained that maturity, then for you, sannyasa will happen. That dropping of karma will happen. Naturally, it will happen. One need not also enforce sannyasa on oneself. Not required. All the karma will drop from the person. Because jnana means what? Akartritva, buddhi. Agam akarta, agam abhokta. I am not the doer. I am not the enjoyer. Agam karta, agam bhokta, that is samsara. The sign of jnana is agam akarta, agam abhokta. When that is there, for that, to reach that, when pakvata is there, then you are eligible for sannyasa, you are eligible for the pursuit of jnana yoga. When that pakvata is what is to be gained, for that karma yoga is prescribed. Therefore, there is no choice between the two. There is no either this or that. Karma is a means for, karma yoga is a means for jnana yoga. Jnana yoga, which is Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, that is a means for moksha. Therefore, there is a parampara connection. There is a connection. There's a connection. Hierarchy of connection is there. If by karma you can gain moksha, or if by jnanam you can gain moksha, then we can say the choice. But there is no such choice. Choice between karma and jnana. Jnanena yava moksha, that is very clear. And if you are not prepared for the jnana yoga, the lifestyle, then karma yoga is a means. And karma yoga can be that there are choices available with regard to karma. With karma meaning the spiritual disciplines. One can do the Ashtanga Yoga as said in the Patanjali Yoga Sutra, Ashtanga Yoga, or one can do puja, dhyanam, japa, etc. All the karma one can do. For Chitta Shuddhi, any discipline, any spiritual discipline, one can take up for Chitta Shuddhi. There we have choice. But with regard to moksha, there is no choice, only jnana. As I told in the previous class, in the class just now, in the Bhagavad Gita Bhashyam class, jnanam and karma, two are opposite. Therefore, there is no choice. Jnanam involves akartritva. Karma involves kartritva. Karma involves all the factors of this karaka. All the karakas are involved. Jnanam, all the karaka upamardhanam happens. All the karaka resolve into the swarupa of the karta, which is Brahma. Jnanam is not, the moksha is not something to be gained by any action. No physical action, no mental action also. Whereas karma is done to gain a certain thing. Karma is to be done. That action is involved. Action in the form of Isa, Apyam, Utpattihi, Samskaryam, Vikaryam. Into these four categories, the karma can be, any karma can be classified. Karma is done for the sake of reaching somewhere. To reach somewhere, you have to do karma. You have to do karma. You have to move. Moving or walking or going by any means, karma is involved. Reaching a destination. Reaching a Swargaloka is also a destination. Swargaloka is also a destination. Swargaloka to be reached. How? By doing the karma which are prescribed in the Veda Purva Bhaga. That karma is involved. By doing that, you reach the Swargaloka. When? Maranantaram, after the Maranam. That the Swarga as a place to be reached is there. Similarly, while living also, if you want to go somewhere, you do karma. You do karma is, in the sense, if you want to go to a place, you have to move. You have to book a train. You have to book a flight or train. The movement is involved. Similarly, if you want to produce something which is not there now, you have to produce, that involves karma. By karma, you can produce something new. By karma, you can purify something which is impure. By karma, you can modify something. So all these are the possible outputs of karma. So karma, any action can be brought into any of these four types. It is because it is done. But whereas for jnanam, there is no such output, there is no action involved, therefore there is no such output. So therefore, jnanam and karma both they are contradictory. Both do not exist. Both do not exist together in the same person. Therefore, there is a gradation. Karma is meant for jnanam, meant for moksha. That is very clearly understood by Arjuna. Bhagavan had presented. That is why first part is jnanam, second part is karma, the second chapter. Jnanam is a means for moksha, and second part of the second chapter, karma as a means for jnana yogyata. So now Arjuna thinks himself to be ready for jnanam. Therefore, this question is asked. Why do you engage me in this Gora karma? Bhagavan will say, you do karma. You deserve to do karma and get that pakvata, get that maturity. We are all in the states of Arjuna only. Therefore, this Upadesha is for us. Arjuna is only a nimitta. Arjuna only a nimitta. And this Upadesha for this entire humanity to become a karma yogi, gain that pakvata for jnana yogyata, prapti for jnana yoga, then jnanena moksha. Iti, the very clean, the chart is presented by Bhagavan. So now the question is asked, and Arth continues. Arjuna continues with the next question also. It didn't stop here. Kimartam karmani gore karmani mam niyojayasi. And also the next shloka, he says, we'll read that also. Vyamishrene vakyena buddhim mohayasiva me.
Buddhim mohavasiva me.
Tadekam vada nishchitya.
Tadekam vada nishchitya.
Yena shreyogamapnuyam.
Yena shreyogamapnuyam.
So here Arjuna says, Mohayasi. Mohayasi, it is Madhyama Purusha Dvivachana. From Mohayasi, you are confusing. The words of Bhagavan, the words of his teacher, he says, your words, you are confusing me. Your words are confusing. Did he say that? Arjuna, did he say that? No. He knows very well that Bhagavan, that his Guru, cannot confuse him. Therefore, he says, Mohayasi iva. Me buddhihi, me buddhim, mohayasi iva. Iva means as though, seemingly, as though. Iva is as though. Me buddhim mohayasi. Vyamishreneva vakyena. But Vyamishreneva also. Vyamishrena, that also Vyamishrena plus Iva. One more Iva is there. Vyamishrena plus Iva. Two Iva. One is Mogayasi Iva. Other one is Vyamishrena plus Iva. Vyamishrena is contradictory. Contradictory. Vakya is statements, words. So Vyamishrena, Shrena Iva Vakyena. By the seemingly conflicting statements. By the seemingly conflicting statements of yours, you are confusing my intellect even as though. You appear to be, you seem to be confusing my buddhi, my mind. So two times the word iva is used. Iva means as though, seemingly. So Bhagavan did not accuse here Arjuna did not accuse Bhagavan of confusing him. Your intention is not to confuse me, but I am not able to understand because of my limitation. Therefore, I am getting confused. So you are not the source of confusion. Your statements are clear, seemingly confusing. That's why your statements seemingly confusing, seemingly contradictory statements of yours, seemingly contradictory. They're not contradictory. Jnanam and karma, Bhagavan had taught both. Both are opposite to each other. So seemingly contradictory words. Jnanam and karma, Bhagavan had taught, and jnanena moksha is said, and you're asking me to do karma. What is this? This is what contradictory. So, and that's contradiction. Arjuna says, it's contradiction, seemingly contradiction. It's not real contradiction. There must be some tatparya, some meaning in that. I do not understand. Therefore, seemingly contradicting statements of yours appear to be confusing. Mama buddhim, me buddhim, mogayasi. So, mogayasi. Me buddhim, mogayasi. Mogayasi, you appear to confuse me. So, seemingly contradictory statements of yours, that means the statements are not contradictory, but it's seemingly, for me, it is seemingly because of my confusion, because of my limitation. Therefore, it seems to confuse me. The words cannot confuse me. Your words, because of my limitation, it appears to confuse me. It means I'm confused. I'm not able to understand what you say. You say karma, jnanam is greater. Karma is, jnanam is greater means karma is not greater. It is inferior. Compared to jnanam, it is inferior. And jnanam, jnanena moksha you said. And you're asking me to do karma, which is not contradictory, seemingly contradictory. But if Arjuna gives the benefit of doubt to Bhagavan, that is what is called Shraddha is. Guru Vakyeshu Vishwasaha, Guru Shastra Vakyeshu Vishwasaha, Shraddha. So he understands. He has got complete Shraddha in Bhagavan. Therefore, he did not blame Bhagavan. He says he says that I'm not able to understand what you're saying. Your statements seem to be confusing me, seems to confuse me. Your statements are not confusing. For me, it's a confusion. Taking the blame on oneself. That is the Shraddha, that is the humility on the part of this Shishya, the Arjuna. Therefore, tad ekam vada nischitya. You tell me very firmly, ekam, one thing you tell me very firmly, by which yena agam shreyaha apnuya, by which I can get the shreyas. Shreyas is moksha. Good. By which I can get ultimately good thing. So, ekam, tell me one thing very firmly, clearly. Only one thing you tell me between the two. Ekam vada. Tell me, nischitya, having very well ascertained, concluded, tell me one thing, that which is good for me, by which I can gain Shreyas, I can gain moksha, I can become free. Tell me one thing. Iti Arjunasya Prashnaha, for which Bhagavan is going to reply. From here starts the topic of Karma Yoga. We will continue. We will continue in the next class. Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Marutaha Stunvanti Divyai Vedai Sangapadakramopanishadai Gayanti Yam Samagaha Dhyanavastita Tadgatena Manasa Pashyanti Yam Yoginaha Yasyantam Navidusura Suraganaha Devaya Tasmai Namaha Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी.
धन्यवाद गुरुजी. हरि ओम.
Sharanji, a small doubt, Sharanji, Sumati here.